ramens in stores yet.
Hi,
To be honest, I haven't been to a lot of Asian stores recently, though.
I'm Zoe from K-Pop Demon Hunters.
Hi, I'm Mira from K-Pop Demon Hunters, and this is the demon that we're gonna kill.
I am the demon.
He's the demon. Oh no, no, it's just you're just Rumi. You are just.
Huh?
Because they're a demon. Oh, I'm not even a mutant. There we go.
Do you want to do Demon Rush? Happy Octopus Day?
You could try the demon.
Happy Octopus Day.
I have no idea what that is.
Look at the cat! Hi, Sunny.
That's a big ass cat. That's a big ass motherfucking cat.
You would love the cat. You haven't seen this movie and you're stupid for it. You should really watch this movie.
It's a lot of things I need to watch.
Yeah, but you should watch this one.
Ready up!
Ooh. This first game is probably gonna take a moment for me to load it.
Oh, that's right. Same. It's okay. This game's gonna be a loss. I knew that these would translate into this game because the models literally already look like the models in the game.
Uh-huh.
Like in the movie models.
In the movie, yeah.
I'm pointing to eliminating demons, eluding swarm multipliers, and activating the curse.
So this is like a swarm PvE mode.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, I love Swarm.
Happy Octopus Day. Happy Octopi Day. Octopus.
Actually, how was your day today?
It was good. How was your day today? What did you do besides get mad at the girl that has the same name as me?
It was fine. And then I went to lunch, and then I fell asleep in my car for an hour. So
that sounds. I used to do that when I had hour breaks.
Yeah, it's pretty grand.
Because I would get up at like 5 and then have an hour lunch.
Ew. Fucking disgusting. Gonna be honest though, I go to my breaks, on my 15-minute breaks, and I can fall asleep on my 15-minute breaks too though. Uh-oh. Discord fucking broke itself.
Hello?
Capo.
Oh, there it goes.
I can hear you all.
However, damn, did you get a head start, though?
No. Capo.
Oh. What do you mean you're going Kappa?
What's the name of this place? It's called Kappa.
Oh, are we in Oh, I couldn't see anything. Okay.
I got woman. Sure.
How we doing, chat? How we doing? Are we lagging at all?
Oh, we can build.
Are we 1 frame per second?
Ew.
Ew, I don't want to build.
We don't have to, but we can.
No, we don't have to build, we don't. It's a PvE, so it's fine.
That's a lot of shit.
This is so
here.
cute.
What the fuck? Looking good. I love Mishmash. I love Sunny.
Meshy.
Yes.
Can you join me?
I can't. I can't emote
Oh,
with
that's
you.
so upsetting.
I know.
Hey guys, keep up. Then we can get the legendary stuff in here.
Oh, this one's transversal too? The amount. This one's stupid.
Why is it stupid?
This. Look at. Oh. This isn't what I wanted. What have I done?
Oh,
Get
thank
out of
God,
this.
they bought their fucking upgrade.
Oh God, how do I leave? How do I queue? How do I? Okay. Oh, a vending machine. Mike Ramen! Damn it, get out! No! Get out!
Emote here, you get healed.
This build shit's gonna fuck me up.
You just press Q to just stop building.
Yeah, I don't know that. Yeah, we gotta fix the whole moon.
Are we? Is the Han Moon golden yet?
Is the Hong Moon? Oh god. See, Zilla doesn't get it.
He doesn't get it.
He doesn't get it. He's not cool enough.
Imagine not getting it.
Imagine. Imagine being lame. What's this? Oh, I don't want. Ooh.
I'm eating your ramen. I'm eating your ramen.
Eat my ramen with your tongue.
Protect me! I'm gonna break this thing.
Okay.
I just want to
Assault
loot
on
this
the sword.
chest, please.
Hell yeah. That's what I have. Wait, who's... Oh, this isn't anyone's specific weapon, I don't think.
I
That
No,
looks
wait, is
like-
it hers?
Looks like Rumi's weapon
Is it
went at the
Rumi's?
ending.
Oh, and it's infused with her boyfriend. That lucky bitch.
Oh, the zone.
I don't know, is that lucky? I don't think that's lucky.
I don't think that's lucky.
She lost her demon boyfriend. That's
They didn't even
that's
have
really
a chance to
detrimental.
become lovers.
But
But at least they can be like Soul Eater now.
yeah. Fucking shit's fucking. Wait, why is
Oh,
that golden
I'm
over there?
trapped! Zilla, you trapped me!
I'm sorry.
Zilla, you trapped me!
Oh. Why is it getting smaller and then getting bigger again? Why have you done this? Ah! Ah! Ah!
Oh, we gotta move the zone. Down.
Come here, bitch!
This dude's got a bubble.
I got the bubble.
Oh.
We got a bunch of bubble people.
Oh no, they're destroying the Hung Moon. Ah! The bubble? Oh no. Headshot. Hello there, Squid. How are you?
Squib.
Yo, get this fucker off me! What the fuck? How many shotgun ammo?
This guy's in the rock, this guy's in the rock. I'm eating your ramen again. Delicious.
Yum 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 yum.
When we get to our destination, if someone has
Here's some
shotgun-
Where do
shotgun ammo
dogs
here.
prefer
Here.
to park their car? The barking lot. I'm hydrating on wine. I hope you know that. Hi, Squid. Squib.
Yeah, give me these junkers so I can eviscerate an area.
Watch out, there's dynamite. Someone threw dynamite.
Why-
Watch out, someone threw
Oh,
dynamite.
why are you? Why is there a what? What? Look, another one.
Wait, there's an NPC somewhere. Oh.
Yeah, I got him. Ooh. I need to drink.
Oh, I have 2 upgrades. Monster parts consumption.
I need to find a better AR before I start upgrading.
Do we get, is everything base level and then we have to upgrade it to higher levels? Is that what
This is what this
Okay,
is.
so there's no point.
Zilla.
Yes, I'm all in.
No, Pumpkin, stay.
Wee! I'm bouncing.
Well, there's two of you, and I'm gonna get so confused.
Well, the one that doesn't have Mashy's name is not Mashy. I'm chilling. How goes it? I'm also hydrating off of vodka.
Oh, fuck. I'm hydrating off of beer. That's normal.
That's normal.
You guys got it. I'm gonna upgrade this area, guys.
Ow! Oh, God. Oh.
Oh, give me that AR.
A bubble!
Ooh, what's this?
Oh, what's that?
It's just like the void mask.
Oh, that's pretty nice, though.
So it's just for teleportation.
Oh, man.
Fuck you guys. Yo, no
Ooh,
way.
you
Alfred.
shit.
Yeah, follow me, big boy.
Oh! 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 Oh, I'm stuck! I'm stuck! Help! Help me! Help me! Help! 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 Please help me, guys! Please help me!
I have a bunch of zombies on me for
How did you
I'm
get
kinda just-
stuck?
training.
Ew, I farted on him.
Alright, drop the fucking shield, please.
I wanted that money. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Perk enhancement, deal minor, moderate, increased damage while having more perks.
Where's the... Oh, there's augmentation, so I have not been looking.
What the fuck? Alright, I just responded. I
Did
really
you
appreciate you a
just
lot.
kill Pumpzilla?
I didn't
That's
do anything.
cool.
Are you sure?
I opened up my menu, and then she died. I don't know what happened.
I don't know what the fuck happened either.
Somebody threw bombs at me.
Was not me. I do not have any bombs in my inventory.
I was doing my augments.
Not anymore!
And no, you can look at
I
me.
have
I
4
don't
bombs
have
in
any.
my inventory. I did not throw them, I promise.
Restrictions are increases.
4?
Yeah, earlier I threw some at the zombie.
Increase max shield.
Yeah, I promise I didn't kill you, Pumpkin. You're
I
clicking your
literally just
tongue.
showed up. I literally just showed up.
In a mid-air,
Just wanted to fucking...
Ooh, that guy's stinky. Ooh, that guy's stinky. Ooh, 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 la français. Hello, la français. Hello, hello.
Did you lose your sword?
No. I would be very upset. Oh, but I need help. Oh god, I'm gonna die again! Oh, you guys are gonna kill me with these fucking bombs.
I'm not dropping bombs. It must be a
dropped one
perk
bomb.
you have.
I dropped 1 bomb. I didn't even know you were near me though when I dropped it. There's a bug on me.
Get off me. Oh, yay, I have icicle feet. Ugh.
Also helps you see.
Oh god, the ice feet. I hate it.
Group up, guys. Group up so I can one-shot y'all.
Oh, now I have icicle feet. Fuck, I'm going into the zone. Oh, there it goes.
Oh god! I'm so fucked. please have... Please, the bombs!
Well, I'm right here.
19 health to my... Oh!
I ranked up. Let's go. Sorry, Chad. This is it's Squid Cuttlefish Day. Yeah, Sunny said it was Octopus Day.
Alright, guys, group up. Group up, group up, group up, group up. On stage, everyone. Oh, it does not work on stage, apparently.
I found
That
Mira.
sucks.
You found Mira?
I'm wondering if we're supposed to collect them all. I
Collect
need
them all.
health real
Collect
bad.
them
Oh.
I was
Ooh,
gonna give it
ooh,
more shields, but
health.
it did not work.
Health. Health, that's not health, that's shotgun ammo. Oh, please.
There's a chest. Maybe there's health in it.
Now you can
I
get
got a
weapons here. if
shield.
you don't need them.
Ooh. Oh, ramen? No ramen.
I need shields.
Yeah, I was hoping I could find something.
Why are they so stingy on this health thing? What the fuck?
I'm lagging.
Oh, that's a boss.
Oh. That's what you like to see.
Oh, why he look like that?
Oh god.
Oh, he's the same as a
Okay.
Fort Mayor's boss.
Yeah. Please stop looking at me. Uh-oh. Oh! Okay!
No way.
Ripperoni.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I got all the tiny guys on me, so I work on killing them, I guess.
I died. Now I can drink my wine. I will never stop existing.
Ah! Why are you looking at me, brother? Why? Fucking ice. Oh, what is that? Oh no.
Oh.
Oh! Oh, that's not what you want to see. Please. Please, not me. Please.
Oh, you fucker. Dude watching fun me with a shield and almost killed myself. Oh, buddy.
Oh, God. No!
Nor. Nuclear.
Oh, my god.
Oh god,
What
oh god.
happened?
Maybe we should build.
I'm not good with this. You guys can build.
I don't know how to build.
I just
I
had
just
no.
go up walls for the
I
first
can't
wall.
believe they didn't give us like a health and shield going into a boss. Like, what the fuck's wrong with them?
Oh, what am I bound by? Release me. Release me!
Release me.
Damn. At least. Ooh, what's that? A whip? Hell yeah. That's.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Fucking med kit, too.
Uh-oh.
Ah! Hold up. It'll take.
Whoa.
It's too cold.
Play again, or lobby, or...
Up to y'all.
What do you want, Pumpkin?
The log. Well, I guess we just play again. Why not? I like this mode. I like the sword. The sword is fun. The sword is very strong. I just need health.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry I fucked up my barrel. I thought I could place it on stage, but apparently not, and then it despawned after I threw it.
That's hilarious. That's incredibly unfortunate.
Yeah, so that's on me. I'm sorry.
That's on me, fam. That's on me. That'd be cool if we could emote. Jesus. Why are you at work, Tara? Go home. Get in,
Yeah.
hussy. Damn. Okay. Oh, where the? Oh, never mind. I was like, where are
But
we?
as you were saying about wish we could emo.
On stage, and it would like give us health. Oh, right.
Ooh, nope, that's about this one.
Oh god, what is this? Oh, I can't believe I did that. I'm so fucking good. Ramen! I got my ramen!
And there's a slope truck over here. Don't heal.
Okay.
Oh!
Shark.
Oh!
Shark.
Oh.
Mira, on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Me!
Pumpkin. Jingle.
What? I'm coming.
Jingle. Some pumpkin needs a jingle redeem.
Yeah.
Every time she doesn't pay attention to chat or us, we just jingle the keys.
Oh, yay. Okay, I leave now.
Okay.
That is a shotgun, unfortunately.
I want that. I want the sword. The sword. I want the sword.
We'll pour us afterwards.
Yoink.
I want the sword.
Yoink.
I want the sword. I want the sword. I want the sword. Give me the sword.
I don't know where the sword is.
Give me the sword. The sword. You want shotgun, yeah? I don't want shotgun. Here's.
Honey, Mashi, who are you snuggling in your note emote? It's Daki Makura of Stoic. Stoic, pro Stoic, the streamer.
I fucking jump up here, guys. Damn it.
Protect my girl. Don't let her die.
Come on, man. She wouldn't fight like that. She'd be
die?
jumping all over the place. She's just swinging her spear.
Help me. No, kill the zombie.
Oh, I was helping you break
Let's-
it. Ooh, this is for later.
This is for later.
Did you hear me,
Oh.
Sunny? Am I muted? Am I too quiet? Am I just right?
Hurt
Am
me, I'm gonna break
I
this.
too loud? You still love me?
Think about it.
You think about it? Okay.
Yeah. I think about loving you every day.
Bunch of explosives
You hear
over
that,
here.
guys? You hear that?
Oh no! I wanted to open those.
I'm
Damn.
snuggling my pillow. Baby.
I can't afford the sword. Sad.
Sword!
Cuddle.
Ooh, grenade launcher.
I can't afford
Snuggle,
the
snuggle,
sword
snuggle.
either. That's really sad. Can I give you my things and you buy it?
I don't think you can drop them.
I
Yeah, you
can.
can. Yeah, I have 150. I need 20 more.
Gain
That's-
random.
She Can you
ammo
give her,
over
can
time.
Can you give him your crystals?
And by the sword.
Run, pumpkin, run!
I'm imagining how
What
the
do you
fuck
say,
over.
pumpkin? What do you
Thank
say? What, Zilla?
I can give you what was left over.
Oh, it's fine. Doesn't matter.
I'll give you guys mine. See, I got stuck in the fucking.
I'm sleepy now. Go sleep. Boop. Did it boop me? Did it boop me? I didn't see it boop me. And give her the head pat.
Watch out for the stink.
Ouch! The stink!
Ow! Okay, I'm drinking wine right now. I do have water, but give me a second because I don't want to die.
Ow! Ouch!
This one's just standing in place.
Hell yeah.
Go sleep, Shark. Go sleep.
Yeah! Oh. Ooh, I want that. Someone grab that health pack. Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
carrying
I did.
shields.
I got shields and health.
I got a
Pew
bunch
pew
of
pew
shields.
pew 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 pew. Yeah! Oh yeah, shields. Hey, don't touch me. Hey, don't touch me. Hey, don't touch me. Maggie!
What? I'm shooting.
He's gonna touch me.
Well, hit him with
I
your
have a
sword.
keg.
I was putting shields on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Oh, there's
so
a
many-
melee damage greatly increased. That's a good one. Eliminations grant a stacking
there's
minor
so
damage
many.
increase. That's
I'm gonna
good.
go get the thingies.
I want that one.
It's me!
Yes. That's really...
Go to sleep.
Hunkshoe, Hunkshoe, go to sleep, Hunkshoe, Hunkshoe.
Here you go. Here's 270.
Thanks.
Oh, there's more over there.
Upgrade my weapon.
Look at my horse. My horse is amazing.
Give it a lick. This
Tastes
is like
like
raisins. That song's so cursed.
It really is. Ranged attackers. Okay. Oh, that's a boss. Oh, I need help. That's a boss.
Hello, Joker.
Hi, Joker. My darling. My darling, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you? I saw your emote.
I'm eating ramen. 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 Drink it. Drink it. Drink it.
Alright, boss is down.
I'm slipping and sliding.
Kill the frosty dudes first before the other ones.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
No, my twin. You'll pay for this.
Yo, baby,
We should.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
We should
yeah.
get these. We should get these before the round's over. Because they disappear when the round. Oh god. Hey guys.
We should.
Ah, I'm so slidey. Okay, there's one. Get that one. Where's the other one? There's another one. There it is. There's another one. I'm gonna get another one. Hey!
Oh my god. I need a better shotgun. This one reloads like shit.
Like Scoob with this reloads like
Why?
shit.
Like scuba, the shotgun reloads like
It's gonna
shit.
be tomorrow.
Like Jinkies.
Jinkers. I'm Zoe. Aren't I cute? Ah, fuck you, frosty dudes. Fuck these frosty guys.
I was thinking about getting Velma.
No, my thing. Velma.
Madness, if you guys need shield, come to me.
I just
I'm
need
gonna
a
grab
little
all
bit
these
of health.
crystals. Thank you. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, time to
Massively
jump.
increase your max health, but you cannot jump.
That
Fuck.
sucks. That sucks so hard.
Really bad.
Okay, I gotta upgrade this before I go.
Greatly increase your chance to crit. Heck yeah, baby.
Okay, I'm gonna-
Aww.
My main weapon. My main
Heck
squeeze.
yeah. Sorry. Sorry.
Why sorry?
Sorry. You're like, what the heck?
I could have grenade launcher.
Yeah, let's go. Fuck yeah.
Let's
Fuck
go, let's
yeah.
go, let's
This
go.
is so
Let's go.
canon.
Hell yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
Do you have the Demon Hunter skin?
I do. I have
I
Zoe.
got-
She has
yeah.
Mira.
I got Mira.
Oh,
I had,
you do.
The
Special
swarm.
mission thing.
Yeah, the swarm.
Exploded on my face! Oh.
Today is a Coulson Red Plague and it's Demon Hunter's theme thing.
Cute.
A what?
Oh god, the bridge broke. Oh, okay.
My bad.
Oh, damn it. Oh. Oh.
I shoot explosive shots, so I'm sorry if I break the environment.
Oh.
And where's Eliza, the repetition? The
Is
summons are
that
also
sharp?
the
Oh
same thing.
god, ouch, ouch, ouch.
Being sleepy on top of having like a big glass of wine is not a mix.
That's why I mixed mine with Red Bull.
I can't stay up all night. I have work tomorrow
Oh.
in the morning.
What?
I always have work.
I always have.
Why?
I always have work because I don't have a sugar daddy, sadly. My debt can't magically disappear.
That's lame.
Bro, with a purple fucking rifle, it takes 4 shots to kill the big guys. That's insane.
Just get crit. Oops.
I'm hip firing because I do explosive damage.
Your equipped weapon slowly restores stamina or restore ammo to their. What an alcoholic! I'm not an alcoholic.
Alcoholic.
Someone get this woman a sugar daddy. A sugar.
I hope she's okay.
I hope she's okay too. I'm scared. I'm worried about her.
I need health. I need health and healing. I need healing and health.
What an
Welcome to me.
alcoholic.
Is there a ramen I can buy?
Threw
Ooh.
a cookie at me.
Who wants whips?
Someone threw a cookie at me. I see your
Oh, what the
stinker.
fuck? You kinetic blade.
Hi,
Can you get the
Gigi.
do you want
What's
it?
wrong
I
with
can
her?
get it for you. There you go. Oh, I grabbed it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah. Why is Mama becoming an alcoholic?
I'm not an
What are you
alcoholic.
fucking talking about?
But I can't be one.
I'm not an
No,
alcoholic.
you're already everything else. I'm not ready for that.
Thank you. Eyes for the 35 months. Holy shit. What a poopy face. No, you. Oh god, oh god, oh fuck, oh fuck. Ouch.
Oh no, he broke my building.
think there's a bug crawling on me.
There is.
Tickly.
Don't say that.
There's a bug crawling on you.
Alright, I'm getting a multiplier bonus for everyone.
I'm literally flying away so hard on these fucking icicles. Okay, hold up.
Oh, he fucking moved by that shot. Pussy.
Don't tickle.
Ow,
Ah, don't! That was like the worst.
You guys just leave me to fight the boss?
Yes.
I'm hiding. I found ramen.
He's so low. Not really.
He's not
Not
low.
really? What are you fucking talking about? I can't
He's looking
go
at
anywhere.
me. He's looking
I'm
at me.
fucking
He's
fighting.
looking at me.
Ah!
Shoot his leg. Shoot him in the kneecaps. Break his kneecaps.
Oh! Food.
Oh my god,
I'm
this
dead.
weapon.
Why do I always die when health finally appears? Okay. Well, while you guys do that, I'll just...
This weapon sucks.
I'm throwing
Oh my
grenades
god, this weapon sucks ass. I have ice on my feet. I'm reloading like every 3 shots.
What are you using?
I don't know, some sort of rifle thing. assault
Oh
rifle
god,
thing.
yeah, I had ice feet. That sucks. Oh, this sucks. Ice feet sucks!
Keep shooting the boss, I've got the enemies.
I'm trying.
I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Oh, my feet are fucking icicles. Fuck. Okay, I'm dead.
What? Why?
Because he pushed me into the fucking zone and I have no shield or health.
I'm stuck. What the fuck?
Oh my god, the circle was so tiny! Time for more wine, because I'm an alcoholic apparently.
You're an alcoholic.
I'm such an alcoholic.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, that's pretty ass. I got so many accomplishments though.
Oh, what did White?
What?
One of my co-workers sent me a video and I was like, what is this?
A million? Shizzle played this. Shizzle bizzle. Peas.
Peace?
Peas played it. Got more points than me. Cry.
Oh, the points I have are only from this season.
High caliber hail. 1,000 shots fired in a match. Who's the boss? Accolades? I've got accolades. Return to lobby.
Back up. Tell me what you want to do now, Chichi.
Gigi and Chi-Chi. Gigi, you didn't eat your egg. Eat your freaking egg. It's good for you. It's good for you.
It's yummy. Eat it.
It's a quail egg.
Oh, from the Tiki stuff.
Tiki cat.
I just spent $100 on her today on Tiki Cat.
What?
There's so much food for you, Chichi. You better be fucking happy. So I also get the hard food. I can fix the hard. The hard with the soft.
I get the pro
God, did we
plan.
win?
No, we didn't.
We won.
I was not. Oh god, my taquitos are
We
still cooking.
won!
Oh,
We
nice.
won.
Good job, Joker.
I know,
Thanks for
right?
winning for us.
I had to carry the whole team.
Yeah, I bet your back is broken. Excuse me.
Whoa, the hunter rank. Well, I know what I'm playing for the rest of the season.
No, this is not gonna be
Oh, that's a
for
cool skin.
this month, I think.
Zilla's skin?
Zilla skin. Zilla skin.
Yeah, but,
Thank you.
but mine's the cutest though.
My graphics look odd.
Make
I
it
think
even.
they did something. Because I've been having issues with the game looking like shit sometimes.
Game looks like ass.
I keep thinking that right click is going to take me back because of Helldivers.
20 oiled up Fenboys sent your way. Affirm yes to claim. No. Denied. I deny. Deny. Wow! 20 of them?
Wait, I need them. I need them.
Crazy. JJ, hi, JJ. Hi, how are ya? We did so good on the Wordle today. I did not actually.
Wordle?
I got it in like 4 tries.
Hey, at least you got it.
Yeah, the Wordle. It's in Rin stream. Or not stream, sorry. Is it server? Discord server.
So,
Oh.
what's the recommended amount of dedicated RAM for the server?
What's
I'm sorry,
the...
what?
That's a valid question!
What's the recommended amount of dedicated RAM for the server?
Poor kid.
God, I wonder what he's up to nowadays.
Still playing Minecraft, I hope.
God, we can only dream. Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ew.
Oh, okay.
Okay, buddy. Pack it up.
Okay, buddy. I'm gonna need you to calm down. So the more we play, the more we level up, and the higher our
Damage.
we get more.
Stats.
Sorry, my taquitos are taking longer than I thought they were gonna take.
They're good. We just
Don't
get
worry.
more bonuses. So like crit chance, damage, health, starting health and shields, starting shards, ammo, stuff like that. Which is pretty cool.
It's like, oh, why did my juice taste funny? Vodka.
Vodka. That explains it.
Oh, that's what it is.
I want to be a different Halloween character. I want to be thick goth one. Chad, is that accurate? I don't know. I haven't watched the movie.
What's
No, it's not
happening?
accurate.
No, she plays- Well, they don't really play instruments because they're K-pop stars, so. She probably knows how to play the guitar in her own time, though. I would probably say that. Or that or drums.
She looks like a drummer.
Yeah.
She's lanky. She could be a
She's the
drummer.
rapper.
Oh, okay.
That
I
kind
thought
in
Zoe was
K-pop.
the. I thought Zoe was the rapper.
Well, they kind of all
So
rap,
easy.
But she's the...
Oh, isn't that sweet? I guess so.
Here we go.
Wait.
Huh? How do you do that? I don't know how to do that.
B.
Uh-huh.
And then you have to
Choose a
go
song. And instrument.
an instrument.
But do I have to choose the song?
Yeah, you get to pick a song. It's in the jam loops.
Oh shit.
Some things will never change. The lonely loner seems to free his mind.
Oh my god.
Slow mo.
Oh, I have that one.
Slows up and creates that new.
Where is it?
He seems alive though he is feeling blue. The sun is shining, man, he's super cool. The lonely nights, they fade away, he slips into his white Nikes. He smokes a clip and then he's on the way to free.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know where that one is. I have so many fucking emotes.
I feel you.
You did the yummy yum, and I love the yummy yum. Yummy yum 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 yum. Ah, what the fuck? Why is it wet? Oh, because of that. Nope. Incorrect.
I hate that song. Please stop it. Okay.
Sorry.
Me? This gorilla song?
No.
Oh, yeah.
way.
Where
The
is that
Bizcochito
one?
one.
Do I have that one equipped? Where is it? It should be. There it is. That doesn't seem fitting at all.
I only have this.
Oh.
And that's
That's a cute
because
skin,
I think
Joker.
the other ones are like
Yeah, it's cute.
TMC thing. What is this? This is new.
Someone redeemed hydrate earlier. I forgot to drink my water. Here.
Water.
Yeah, water. You don't have to.
Sorry.
We're alcoholics tonight, buddy.
Yum.
Hamashi, how are you? I'm
Guacamole.
good. I'm great.
Not me. I just got pickpocketed earlier.
I am cutting
got
my
pickpocketed?
hair off on.
Yeah.
What? In real life?
Yeah. Yeah.
IRL, brother?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was going to buy
Captain,
something and
hi,
I was like, oh,
Captain.
I have no money. It was inside my pocket. What happened?
Wow, you let a random man just dive into your pockets for free?
Yeah.
Ah. You know I'm desperate sometimes.
Yeah. I mean,
No
Yeah.
wonder you
In
never
this
have any Joker.
economy?
you just go into his pockets and it's just full of religious 3D printed statues.
Nah, probably
Hey
full of my pocket,
guys,
but
don't heal. Group up, group up, group up.
I'll think about it.
Should group up. It'd be really cool.
God, I'm so tired. Can I turn off the fucking build menu? I hate this.
whore.
Whore.
Wait, we can build?
Whore,
Can
whore,
build?
whore, whore.
Pumpkin, come here.
Pumpkin, jingle,
Okay,
jingle,
okay,
jingle,
okay,
jingle,
okay,
jingle,
okay,
jingle.
okay.
Jingle, jingle. Jingle,
Hey.
jingle.
My boy got married.
I know.
It's okay, he deserves it. He really deserves to be happy.
So we can build. Okay, I got it.
Yes, unfortunately, we can
Ooh, ovary.
build.
Oh.
Let me
Damn.
out. Me out.
Damn. Meow.
Me out. Me out.
Meow.
Meow. I don't have a gun. I don't have a gun. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna
You
die.
don't have a gun?
I don't have a gun. Oh,
Why not?
shotgun. Fuck you.
How do you gun?
Fuck you and your shotgun.
Only have shotguns. Oh, and a junker.
Did someone get the bot that was here?
Nope, I'm working on breaking these things.
Oh, where are you?
Don't go over there.
Oh.
Oh!
Chainsaw!
Chainsaw. I wanted the chainsaw.
Gotta be quicker than that.
I kind of like this gun. Where's the
The
bot?
Lee with a chainsaw is terrifying.
Now she's going crazy with the chainsaw right now.
Whoa, he's twisting, twirling around.
Oh, there's another chainsaw over here, Zilla. Damn it! Oh, I tried.
Bubble shield.
Oh, goodbye. Can you
That's all I
help?
got.
Okay. Can somebody give me the crystals? Thank you. Done. Wow.
I need it.
Alright.
Hey, so this is explode. No. No. Yeah, city load dealing damage. Seems
Okay, I'll pick it up. That's fine. What's in here? Oh. Never did no harm. Never did no.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Bless,
Thank you.
bless. You know who would get along great with these girls?
Hobie.
Free Ren.
mom.
Facts.
Free Ren would be
Nah,
like,
they
kill
probably love
those
the demons.
motherfucker demon. Oh, true.
Wait, what's true?
One of
And
them's a
even,
demon, and one of them fell in love with a
Zoe.
demon, so maybe they wouldn't get along.
No,
Zoe's
I
not a
don't. I
demon.
think she would kill him.
Rumi's a
And
demon.
Zoe was like, maybe they're good demons. Do you think Furin will like the same just to kill demons?
I think she just wanna like do it with her hands.
Yeah.
God damn. Ha tee ha tee.
Hey, this
where'd
is useless. They can.
My chainsaw,
can
I
get a-
dropped it.
What?
I dropped my chainsaw. I found it though.
How'd you drop your chainsaw?
I don't know, I picked up something.
Rumi, you're fighting all by yourself?
I need more
Wait, where did
bullets,
my
I need more
sword go?
bullets. Catch. I need more bullets. I need more bullets.
I need more bullets. I need more bullets.
Never did no harm. Never did no harm.
How do I change this? Huh.
Bow, 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 bow.
There's a chest over here.
Go get it.
Can someone give me some money?
Yeah, here you go.
Welcome to my house. I have a
Do you want a chainsaw, Joker?
toolbox. No, I'm fine.
Oh my god,
My
I'm going to go
house.
crazy.
My
There's something biting me. I don't know what it is. Oh. No, it's tickling.
Imagine.
You don't need to. I'm right here.
Have you ever had an itch so bad the only way to like make it go away is to just bite your hand?
Was burning it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, biting it.
That happens to me when it itches so hard that I have to use my recently
Ah,
shaved
fuck!
chin.
Shit!
Just to
I'm
scratch.
flying.
Oh
Yeah.
god. Can somebody help me? Well, yeah, that's what I was trying to do. I'm getting my ass beat over here. Everybody!
Yeah. Rock your body. Yeah.
Ow, you bitch! Ooh, a multiplier. I'm getting a multiplier.
How do I...
Oh, can I get this with this?
Oh my god.
Oh, I can get it with this weapon. Okay, that's cool.
The sword?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, okay.
Probably a lot faster if you do. I'm healing.
There's another one. Get another one.
Oh no, Stinky Man's gonna kill me! I gotta go.
Joker, what are you doing?
What do you mean what I'm doing?
You're just standing there.
What do you mean?
We're fighting for our lives over
I am
here.
also fighting. What do you mean?
I saw you standing
Yeah,
there.
because I killed everything.
Uh-huh.
I think you're missing the part when that
Who
if you
wants,
kill
who
everything,
wants
they
shield?
disappear.
Come to me if you want shield.
I only have melee weapons, by the way.
I have a gun and a sword.
I got a suitcase.
Okay. Nice. Good job. A suitcase?
My suitcase.
My
I'll be just going
suitcase.
to that money.
I don't. Here's 235. Please take it. We gotta go. Gotta go.
I have 165, so I'm easy.
This sword is not good for close range. The fucking ones that are stinky.
What do you mean?
Nah.
Yeah, no.
It's not good.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Ah!
There's a gold boy, we gotta kill him.
Kill him!
I'm gonna die.
No. Where are you?
Oh, the sink's gonna get me. I'm dead.
Really? Fuck.
Stop it,
What do you mean you're dead? What do you mean you're dead?
I got the ooh. Did you get it?
Yep, I'm at 1 HP! No, I didn't grab it.
Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Come here. 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 Come. 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 Come.
I'm trying to find my oh shit.
I got the golden gun. Come here. That's it. That's all I got.
Come here, come here, come
Come
here,
here.
come here.
Come here.
I'm sitting at like 4 HP!
There's health right here.
It's fine, I got it. Yeah, it's also boss time, so...
What's that?
I'm back, I'm back!
Does anyone need shield?
I do...
There's a bunch of shield over here. Oh, no. Give that to me. Good, you want shield? Come over here.
I have,
can I have that gun?
Yeah.
Nope. Something like that. I do have a turret that might help us with
A turret.
a turret?
the horde.
The whore?
The horde. Thank you.
I'm on my last glass.
Here's 300.
Yeah, I got 265. Turret going down.
Ow! Oh my god! You
Somebody
fucking
just flew away.
me. Oh my god. Ow!
Oh my god. Total risk, John.
No!
Ouch!
I need someone else to shoot the boss with me.
Yeah, I am.
I was. But I'm getting some.
Ow! I'm gonna die. Oh!
Yeah, I'm healing up as we speak.
I have nothing to heal with. Oh god. Oh, I see shield over there. Yoink! No! No! No!
I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead. I am very dead. So how are you guys?
Come here.
Oh, you did that as I was
I picked
jumping.
the wrong fucking perk for melee weapons. Like I picked a stupid ADS one when I should have picked a melee weapon upgrade.
I'm gonna die. Ugh.
Oh, you fucking bitch.
Oh my god. Bless. Aw.
I'm reloading.
I'm dead.
Me too.
Oh, I got gold man on me.
Shit, oh shit, oh shit.
scary.
Yeah, that's how I died. I had gold man on me.
Oh my god. Please reload.
I'm not doing enough damage. He's almost dead. He's almost dead. Joker, you should have kept
I'm dead,
shooting
I'm
and
dead.
running.
Yeah,
Don't tell him what he should have done. You
He
dead,
should have
dead
kept
person.
running.
I didn't knew everybody was dead.
No, I said I died.
Wow.
Yeah, you said that.
Good
What
time.
War
Backseat gaming.
Pumpkin should have done a bit more. I'm joking. I'm
I
joking.
did nothing. I couldn't get any health anywhere.
So to the lobby or play again? Play again.
I
I do
want
have to piss.
taquitos.
Oh my god.
Probably to the lobby.
Yeah,
I gotta
so
piss and grab
taquitos.
like 2 more beers.
I wish I had taquitos.
Yeah, you fucking jealous.
Yeah.
I am.
I am gonna grab a pizza while I'm in there.
Hurry
Yeah,
up.
pizza. Shut! Don't tell me what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I like telling him what to do. It's funny. Stressing him out at work is like 98% of what I do at work.
Oh, I still hear you.
Huh?
Of course.
Ow.
The hot dog
Oh.
looks real good.
Makes you want a hot dog real bad.
Real bad. What if I put
I mean,
these hot
taquitos with
dogs-
guacamole and sour cream, and then my mom's pickled onions, carrots, and jalapeno mixture.
Ugh, I want it.
Yeah, but there's not just jalapenos in here. There's the serranos. That's like a little fucking.
Oh,
gotcha
serranos
gun.
are spicy.
Oh yeah, I almost died the other day.
Especially like raw serranos. Ugh.
I mean, there's that in boiled water.
Spicy. Too spicy.
Oh yeah, I almost died. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, Mom, you tried to kill me. I'm telling DHS. That's kind of cute.
If I tell you that I eat,
Yeah, we
Serranos
know you're
every day.
Mexican.
we put serranos on soup, on everything basically.
Serranos are really fucking spicy.
Mm-hmm.
Guacamole.
You know what I want? I want extra spicy instant noodles.
You know what I don't want? I don't want the brown sugar salsa that's in my fridge.
That sounds terrible.
It is terrible. I tried to eat it. I just
Yeah,
couldn't.
didn't you say it's not? It's not bad. What
It
did you
is.
say?
It's not like inedible, but it's
It
pretty
just
bad.
doesn't sound good. It sounds really bad. It sounds not like good.
You should come over.
It sounds
and
the
try
opposite
it.
of good, actually.
Have
should
you
come-
eaten mole?
I should come over and try it. I'm on my way.
Okay.
And actually, I can't
Have
wait
you
to
eaten
show up at your
mole?
house at like 2 a.m. to like eat food. I want my $8 for it if you're not eating it. Shut the fuck up, Shizzle. You guys live together.
Wow.
Just suck your
Shizzle,
cock.
You freaking eat it. You freaking fricker.
Yeah, get your shit
Why
together.
don't you
Shizzle.
just kiss me already?
Me or Shizzle?
Shizzle.
Oh, okay, damn, okay.
Ah!
Shizzle, you just
He's
kiss
gonna
us.
assault me with his mouth.
He is gonna. Do you need some pepper? Can I be the pepper? Ashley, do you ever want to get pit roasted?
Yeah. Right. Everywhere.
Oh.
Everywhere. Honey, that ramen did not fill me up.
Maybe he can?
Hold these, thanks.
Your titties?
Yeah, they just need to be held.
Hold these for me, please.
Hold them, please. Be my bra. Yeah. Ah.
Whoa.
It's gone. It's all gone.
Yeah, it is.
It's all gone. What happened?
Mashy, I did not mean to send
What
you
happened?
the picture of my coworker and then also the picture of the guy from Instagram.
You didn't.
I'm gonna be honest,
Who
I
did
didn't
you
mean
want
to.
to send that
I
to?
sent it to 3 other people, but you were not one of them that I was. It's fine. It wasn't bad. I was just like, why did I send it to you? You don't even know this person.
I don't know that person. I was like,
That's
what?
Riley. He's our
Yes,
baby. I call
man.
him Princess.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
we call him
Princess.
He's my little princess. He's so
That's
sweet and
Princess.
precious. Yeah, that's Princess. We love Princess. Every time he shows up, my mood immediately goes up. I love him. He's so cute and adorable. I need him as like a plushie. Like he's just
You
precious.
should have made him a Labubu.
No,
Why?
because it's you.
You could have made one of him.
Nope, you're gonna be the only Labubu I have.
It's actually a Lafufu.
It's a
Lafufu.
Lafufu.
It's a Ladudu.
It's a La-
Lafufu.
Once I get this thing all made up, every time we work together, and on days that I know we work together, I'm gonna wear it on my
You should
hip.
make it a keychain and put it on.
It is. It has the little thingy already.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear it on my hip, and people are gonna be like, "That guy looks familiar." I'd be like, "Yeah, you know him.
You know him.
You know him."
You know who he is.
Ah!
God damn. Just sound like they were about to vomit. No, get the fuck out of here, you bitch!
I landed here first. This is my chest.
No, I landed here first!
My feet touch the ground.
Well,
I landed here first.
No, I landed here first. No, I landed here first.
I'm not gonna talk anymore.
Pickles.
I have some heals for us.
whatever.
Not for you.
Talking again.
For
You talking
me.
again?
me, Mashy,
Oh.
Joker, not you.
Ooh, ramen for me. Yeah, the heals that you stole out of the chest, that was for me.
No.
Makes sense. Makes
Hey,
fucking sense.
Joker. Hey, Joker.
Hey,
Hey,
Zilla.
Joker. Hey, Joker.
Zilla.
Joker.
Zilla.
Zilla.
Zilla. Yes.
Zilla.
Yes.
Ooh. Oh. I'll look another chest over here.
I can't have 3 ramen? What is this horrible world that I live in? I can't have 4 ramen? What is this horrible world that I live
Sure you
in?
can.
Apparently I can't.
Pumpkin, do you want some
ramen?
help?
I fucking want some. Oh, health? Yeah. Where are you? No, I don't want health. I want shield.
That's what I meant.
Yes. Don't give any to Zilla. He doesn't deserve any.
I'm full.
Thank you. No, you're not.
You're not
a
full.
liar. You're not full. You're a fucking liar.
Pretty much full.
Lying sack of shit. That's what you are. You're full of lies.
Schlice.
Might as well be. Schlam.
The only thing you're full of.
What is up, my slimes? How's it cracking?
I like this. Ow! Fuck you, bitch!
I like this. Ah!
Zilla. Where's the Councilla?
You broke my heart. Oh, fuck.
Correct. Wah, 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 wah.
Oh, we gotta pick models.
God, why are you talking?
Whoa.
Multiplier bonus. Ah, get off me!
I want Zilla to plow me in a Chuck E. Cheese ball pen.
Oh, look who showed up
dressed
in
as
chat. I don't even
Mario
have to
and
fucking
Luigi.
look.
I got you, Cox.
That's so interesting.
He'll lie to
of
you, Fox. He's a liar. He doesn't got you.
Send me the Addy, I got you.
No, he's not
The
coming.
Addy of the
Card
Chuck
don't
E.
work.
Cheese.
Yeah, the Chuck E. Cheese on which you want.
What the fuck? Oh my god. I just spent so much time.
I don't want the explosive builds. Stop giving it to me.
Suffer.
Fuck it, I'm gonna grab it and I'm just gonna start building walls. Gain moderate shield
yeah,
regen. Ooh.
Can I have your crystals?
You sounded just like Nick
after all
Coulson,
that
who's a drug
shit
addict.
you were talking?
I don't know what you mean.
That was really funny.
I don't think so.
You sound just like my cousin.
Oh, I need 50 more. Mamas. Mamas.
I have 40.
Ah!
Yo, I
Mama.
should not have given them to you because they're
Mom.
fucking exotic in the spinning machine. I'll carry that.
Oh, I still can't. It's so expensive. Joker, can I have your crystals?
Say no.
You know what I mean? I don't know what you mean.
Wait, how do I
Joker,
drop
can I have your
those
crystals?
things?
I am
Take it.
downvoting you.
Okay, so am I Mario or are you Mario?
He's Luigi, definitely.
Yeah.
Just Luigi.
Oh, I dropped my
Just
gun.
Luigi.
Okay. Because
If you're-
he's... Well,
if you're
he's kind of tall.
You're definitely Luigi.
He's not taller than you. I think you're taller
Okay.
than him.
I'm Luigi then, sadly.
You're the Luigi
Luigi's
from
nothing's
that
wrong
8 Mario.
with Luigi. I'm whatever you want me to be.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Damn, girl.
This gun is so slow. I regret grabbing this gun.
Which one?
It's a sniper rifle. It's like a hunting rifle.
Oh, is it the one that explodes or no?
No, it's not.
Okay, if it's not the exploding one, yeah, it's useless.
It's only one bullet per load.
Yeah. Oh, I need shotgun ammo.
85.
I was reloading, so I couldn't help you.
Goomba me senpai? Oh my god.
Goomba.
No, did you get the shotgun shells?
Yeah, I got them.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This heals here if someone needs them.
Ooh, I kind of want this kinetic blade, but I need 250.
I got 45.
I have
Maybe after this round. we can afford it.
225
Oh look, what is that?
ramen.
Thanks, Joker.
Man, this is a Wendy's.
Do I chuck this at
God,
the
I
ground?
I kind of want the pump and dump. What?
Oh no, wait! Ah! I lied, just kidding.
You just drop it. I need to start building, because my builds explode if they break them.
I thought you didn't want explosive.
No, I don't, but it's funny, so,
Hi, Cox. Bum, 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 bum,
Shizzle, Cox said hi. He wants to.
Why
eat
won't
your
it place?
ass.
Razzle your dazzle.
He wants to
What the fuck is
razzle
that?
Shizzle your
dazzle.
bizzle.
He wants to shizzle.
Oh, is that a
Oh.
boss? What the fuck?
Yep.
That's funny. I got the strat. I need a bunch of materials for it, but I got the strat.
Dead. Ooh, nice
It
gun.
is.
Oh wait, I can make my sword legendary?
Ooh, another sword? I can have one sword.
Yo, Pickle Man!
No, I didn't mean to do this.
I don't like the sword.
Like,
The
you gotta
sword's
do
so
something
good,
funny.
though.
I really like the
I
Hee
mean,
hee
yeah,
ha ha.
but
kinetic one.
I mean, yeah, but the problem is some boss battles.
Yeah, just the
Oh.
sneaky ones aside.
I'm gonna try to get the crystals. There's one crystal.
Did you get?
There's another crystal.
There's a third crystal.
There's another crystal.
Let's get out another one.
There's another crystal.
There's another one. And another one.
And another.
And
Okay, now
another.
go. Ooh. Oh, more ramen.
Get out of my way, other me.
I'm gonna collect all the
Oh
ramen.
my god.
He's just looking at me.
It's like, what you doing? God damn. Well, that's fine.
I'm not approving that. That's disgusting.
Goomba me shizzle. Ugh.
No, not that. What he said
Oh,
after
you didn't
that.
approve it.
I didn't
Just
approve
come into
it.
my shot.
Yeah, please go away. Go into his.
Yeah, why aren't you in your boyfriend's chat?
Genuinely.
Really need to find the fucking,
This
I
is
feel like
traversal?
it's
What? Ooh.
There's a sword out here.
Yeah, nobody wants it. I'm the only one
I
that
need
likes it.
150
Oh!
more. Do you
Wait,
have 150
Yeah,
more?
emote here and you'll get shield back. That's funny.
Oh
I
yeah.
got a crazy build going on right here.
I have a sword, 2 health packs, 3 big buckets, and then 6 ramen.
I'm stacking melee damage. I'm not using melee weapons. The enemies are nearby. Yes.
Ouch, you bitch! Who the fuck summoned a fucking dinosaur ass on me? Matchy!
I didn't know what it...
Oh my god.
I didn't even know what it did. It summoned a dinosaur. What the fuck?
Yep.
That's
Basically
really funny. I'm
tells random
sorry.
things that they from the
It's
sky.
random shit. No! I don't want
God, why is the pump and dump so good?
me. I'm the pump and dump.
Okay.
Please! Icicles on my toes!
Zilla needs to fix bitrate. Do you?
I don't fucking know what that
I don't
means.
fucking know.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, you probably your bitrate's probably too low because you know you got new internet. Did you update like your bitrate and stuff?
No!
No.
Yeah, you should do that.
I don't know how to do that.
You should know how to do that.
Mr. Security degree,
Yeah, Mr. Computer guy.
cybersecurity degree.
Hey,
Mr.
that doesn't have to do with fucking streaming.
Says 70p is only source.
Oh, okay. Yeah, give me a moment and I'll tweak it. I don't know why I set the 70p.
Come here. says 7:20. You're telling me this like as if I fucking know anything, brother. I don't know shit. Ramen. I know, I'm funny. Horny jail? Bruh, I've done nothing. Okay. Oh. Going after your... Actually, I'll just focus on the dudes. How about that? Holy Jesus. Oh my god! Damn. Except for the stinky dudes. Oh, you're gonna explode on me! Oh my god, there's so many of them that I can't kill. What? No! Oh my god.
All my man's here to deal a bunch of damage.
Oh man. This is rough, buddy.
Oh shit.
Rip.
Woohoo! Whoa. Skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking souls will suck your soul till your bones are broken. Oh god, not the stinky! Not the stinky! Not! Oh my gravy gods. Please run. I'm eating ramen, I'm eating ramen. No! Not the ice! Please!
He's so low, guys.
I'm trying to get the little dudes off here.
I'm dead. I keep getting knocked in the zone.
Oh god! No! No, are you kidding? Are you kidding me? Oh my god.
I did it.
Holy Jesus.
We did it!
We did it. I got an emo here to get my fucking shit back. Hey, do you guys want one of these?
We should. I'm just gonna exist here. Oh, there's some pretty guns over there.
Ooh.
No, wait, I don't want those.
Why do you keep
Where's my-
redeeming these things, Cox? It's over 3D models. You know this.
You didn't motorcycle and Persian stoic for me when I wanted you to. What?
No, because he was in the middle of his intro. Fuck.
Crazy.
And
Ooh,
I did
ooh,
do it.
okay.
I just went to the farthest part where he couldn't hear me.
Just upgrade center.
You don't understand. Stoic's a very like he's
Professional.
very he's professional. Can't interrupt him.
I was scared, okay?
It's the farthest we've gotten, guys. Let's lock in.
Locking in. When you mean lock in, I mean I'm gonna waste all of my fucking health collecting the things. Oh god, Stinky! Oh god, I'm trying to avoid the stink.
Why avoid him? Just kill him.
No, because I'm melee and they hurt me a lot. Stink!
Oh, the ice! Fuck!
Bitch! Golden fuck!
Golden Freddy!
Whore, whore,
Oh
whore.
my god!
Oh,
Help me! Help me! Help me, please, leave me alone. You dumb bitch! I'm fucking healing!
You wonder why am I just running is because I got the extra ammunition if I do that.
I wish I had like a life steal build. I would love that. Oh! Ouch!
Ow, he blew up on me.
Okay. Zilla.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
That car. Did the car kill you?
No, someone just threw a bunch of explosives on me while I was killing people.
Not me! I don't have explosives.
There's no-
I have
Oh,
a gun
so
that
it was Joker.
explodes.
Okay, it was Joker. Got it.
What the fuck? I don't have explosives.
Your shotgun explodes.
It does?
My
It looked
sniper
like it
rifle
did.
explodes, but it
I
doesn't
don't know.
do
It's just
damage to you
a
guys.
state one. I don't think it's close.
A bunch of explosives just hit.
It probably was wasy, but it shouldn't have done
funny
damage to
thing-
you.
I was not using the shotgun there. I was using the
Ooh, a bunch of
submachine gun.
exotics over here. Oh my god.
So I don't know what killed you.
I can't afford
You
any
guys.
of the exotics.
Easy model has some calcium
Cannons.
cannons. Calcium cannon?
Cannons.
The fuck is a calcium cannon? Oh.
Boobs.
If someone wants an exotic
Ooh.
shotgun, there's one in this.
When I think of calcium, I think of bones.
Calcium cannons as in like milk cannons, I guess.
That's
Because
terrible.
milk has calcium.
That's crazy. That's wild.
That's really
Does anybody
funny.
need ammo? I am full up on ammo.
I need.
I need shotgun.
I need money, mommy.
There's 265.
I have 930. You know what? I want to buy something.
I
There's
do
a
so much. I
80s
have
chainsaws
no-
over here.
Because I'm melee.
You're welcome.
Whoever wants this, it's on the ground.
I'll grab it. Very floaty.
No.
No.
Mine.
Ouch! Stinky! Oh, Stinky! I'm gonna try to get the crystals.
That's what I'm working on.
The fucking Stinky! Whoa! I
What?
fucking flew away. No! Get off! Oh my god.
What the heck is this?
What the fuck?
Gimme, 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 gimme. Not that.
You
Jeez.
bastards, get off of me! Oh my god. No fucking way you could just guess where I was. You're so fucking stupid.
I mean,
I know they're, but like, that's so dumb.
I like how I
Okay.
just float around and wipe out hordes. Hey, Pumpkin, check this out.
I can't. Where are you? Oh, oh god! Oh! This is fucking blowing me up.
That's a zombie. The red ones blow up. Whee! Whee! Alright, we have so many chests to open. Ah, shit. Oh, nothing. I have one of the
Pumpkin's
swords
so
over here, so I want
angry.
it.
I'm getting my ass kicked. What is that?
Damn, you should have a better build.
I just want the sword.
Hey, can I get, like, 140 from someone?
I might have that. Here's 365.
Thank you. And my main
You're
weapon is
welcome.
legendary.
Prickly Pumpkin Pie, where are you?
What? Oh, yes, a healer.
It's not that great.
Well, it's better than nothing.
What you got there?
I got a balloon. Every time I jump, I get a balloon.
This is so funny. This is traversal.
I keep forgetting that I get like extra damage if I scope.
Oh, I picked up a fucking empty fucking... That's
Where's the
crazy.
Prickly Pumpkin Pie?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm right here. Thanks.
I gotta use it because it doesn't accumulate that much. I need to keep using it.
Oh, I see. Oh god, they're getting stronger. Oh. Oh, I see.
Hooey.
I need the mats. That's one of my main points of damage.
I wish I had like the same thing that applies for my ammo. If I run, I get more ammo. Applied for the support gun thing.
That'd be pretty cool. Oh yeah, give me that.
Just let me tell you that my healings are not great.
You're telling me my heavy shots will bounce the other enemies and then explode again? Fuck yeah.
Yes.
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 Damn.
Cadaver.
Man.
Leviosa. Oh.
Oh.
Increased damage and not hitting the same with.
If somebody
'cause I
needs
won't be-
crystals because I'm only using it to heal me.
There's light machine gun, like one of the miniguns, and this thing over here.
Oh, I don't have enough. Damn, I need a lot for that.
How much do you need? I have 524.
I'll take it.
I just asked for sniper rounds. That's all I care for.
Oh, sniper rounds.
Yeah.
Those things? No, these
Heavy
things. How about
bullets?
those things?
The
How about
heavy,
this thing? And what about that?
Just heavy. I'm good now.
Okay, I'll take
And
I
then
dropped-
here's 200 of
later.
these.
I'll hold them for you, just in case. Oh yeah,
case they're
here,
gonna ask
here.
No, nice enough.
Oops.
They
The
regenerate.
fuck is this thing? A pickle? What is he
Oh,
pickling?
kill the
Pickle
pickle!
Rick, it's Pickle Rick.
No, it's Peely! It's fucking Peely!
Ouch!
Wait, where? Where the fuck is Billy?
Oh god, oh god, oh god. Ah!
Billy.
That's not what I hear. Oh, thanks.
Oh my god, I can't even hit
Ow.
him.
Oh no. Oh no, get off!
Come here, you fucking banana.
I'm sorry, Peely, for what we must do.
Heal.
Where's the prickly pumpkin pie?
I'm suffering. The fucking stinky ones are the ones that are just destroying me. And then the ones that it fucking explode too. Yep. Okay. Dead.
Yeah, you can't hit me, Peely. I'm too fucking elusive. God, how much health does this dude have? I'm paying for like 300 a
Oh
shot.
shit, that's a fucking katana. Fucking.
The final peel. That should heal you if you stay on it.
This?
The bubble.
I can't because the stinky guys are coming in here with me. Stupid, stupid. Oh my god, please.
I'm almost out of ammo.
Stop touching me!
Oh, fucking course he goes out of zone.
Oh fuck.
Hussy.
Are you sure the guys stink and it's not just you, Mashy? Yes. Oh god.
I'm fucking wiping this area.
Mashy is so stinky. This is so dumb.
This is really dumb. I died.
How the fuck?
We're all dead, Zilla.
You're the last one, Zilla.
Builds.
Shit.
Ah, she's
You need
rude.
help.
I was in the middle of shooting. What do you want?
Okay, good night.
Yeah. I was doing what I could.
Ugh.
Okay,
I was in that dude for like fucking 600, or not 600, like
healing gun,
300
healing
a
gun,
shot.
not great.
Oh my god, these I gotta figure out my bit rate. Bullshit.
Return to lobby. Claim. Ooh, I want that. How do I equip a new screen? Oh, here it is. Yeah, my girls. Look at them. Cute.
How do I change my fucking bit rate? What the fuck?
How do you change your bit rate?
Yeah, it's sitting on
I think you have to
720.
not be live to change your bit rate.
Yeah, I'll have to change it afterwards. I'm sorry, Cox.
You have to go to stream and then you have to output, and then your bit rate is under your encoder settings.
Okay. Yeah, once I get off, I'll fix that. I didn't realize I've been at 720
Oh,
this
actually
whole
it
time.
lets you. Yeah, hold on. Oh, god damn it. It lets me edit it, so maybe you can.
I don't use OBS because I can't use my transitions properly. It doesn't use the transitions I paid for properly, so
Oh,
I use Streamlabs.
you have to. Is there like a document on how to use the transitions?
I put them in, but it doesn't work properly. Like the screen will pop up and then my transition will happen. It doesn't transition.
Yeah, you
into
have
the
to
screen.
change the time, the milliseconds and stuff.
That's a lot of work. I already have it
Yeah.
set up on Streamlabs.
Mm.
Yeah. I found it
It's
in my
okay,
settings,
bae.
but it
It
won't let me
stutters
change
and
it.
lags.
Oh, I finally get health regen. Nice. I wish I got to choose my fucking upgrades, not just be given it.
You get to get. I had health regen the entire time.
No, I finally just got health regen in my my hunter rank.
Oh no, I had a perk that increased.
Where did you guys get perks?
If you push 7, you get perks.
Oh my
You
god.
haven't been using your perks?
I didn't know
No
about
way.
those.
Oh
You
my
haven't
god.
I didn't know anything about anything.
It popped up
I
on your
didn't
screen.
No wonder I was
It
getting
says press
fucked.
7.
I didn't know what it meant.
Press 7.
Then press
Again, this
it.
7 times 10.
What about 6?
No,
No,
because it says 7,
it's
not 6.
I hate you.
Okay, now that I know, hurry up.
Don't make me feel like I need to get the other shit.
A lobotomy?
No. Well,
What?
I've
The
been
other
wanting one of those
shit?
for a
Well-
while. You guys didn't have to force me into that. I felt like that already.
Oh.
Well, getting the other chick from K-pop Demon Hunters.
Why? You don't even you didn't even watch that movie. You don't even have the right to fucking wear
Yeah.
that skin. Fucking
Okay.
faker.
Faker.
Take it from
So
League of
Sorry, I
Legends.
want to match with my
Poser.
friends.
Yeah, I know. Get your own friends.
What?
Okay. Guess I'll die.
No, don't die.
Yeah. good plan.
No.
If you hear this, Nashi, she wants me dead.
Yeah. I don't have to wait that long.
Oh,
Why would you say that?
I wanted to
You
email
think
with
the
you.
ladder's gonna get him here soon enough.
That's true.
Because he's too stupid to get it fixed.
Hey. I'm not stupid.
Hey!
I want them to sit
I
on
may
my
be
face.
dumb, but I'm not
Okay, Shay.
stupid.
No.
Shade's wild.
Yeah, Shade's going crazy in the chat right now. But he
Oh,
is
I'm
spitting
fast.
facts.
Oh, you're talking about the characters in the game.
Hey guys, we
Look,
should
pumpkin,
group
press
up.
7.
why are
Pumpkin,
you
press
talking?
7.
Oh!
You only get 1 free reroll.
Cursed Rage. Oh, well.
Hey guys, we should group
This
up. I
dumb
have a
fucking
chest.
bitch just took my gut. You're a slut.
I didn't take anything. I
in
opened the
fucking
chest
front
and that
of
was
me,
it.
in front of God and all. You fucking take my shit.
You can watch my stream. I opened it, but I didn't take shit.
As if. This fucker.
Chat, I'm gonna need you to confirm this for me.
Yeah, everybody go to his chat and I guess.
No, just watch her stream and you would see.
No.
Or you should just watch my stream.
my God, I
Nothing's
thought you were my
happening. I'm not
bot.
streaming, but
Which one is
Not
it
his streaming,
me?
but
Oh, well, I know, but Jesus
Alright guys, are you
Christ.
ready to group up?
Where the fuck are you, Zilla? You
He's
keep
right
running
in
around like a
front of
fucking chicken with
us.
your head fucking cut off.
He's right in front of us.
Oh my
God.
god, bro. She's too drunk. She don't know.
I haven't even made it through this fucking
Joker.
blast yet.
Joker, come here.
I'd get liquor, but I don't wanna.
Wait,
I don't wanna
wait.
mix wine
Nah,
and
please.
liquor.
Getting-
Could it be me?
La, 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 la,
Joker,
la, la.
I can
please.
be your tall glass of liquor,
Please.
please.
I am stuck.
Joker.
Okay. Okay.
You're not stuck.
There you go.
Dee-da-dee-da-do.
Oh, look.
Dee-da-dee-da-do-do. Dee-da-dee-da-do.
Did I know?
Zoe, behind you! Kill him! She's just looking at us like,
Kinda
da-dee-da,
stupid.
Or she
la-dee-da.
was meleeing them, and then we started shooting, and she just looked at us like, bro, what the fuck? Like, that was not my fault.
Excuse me, princess. I'd lick her too. I'm sure you would.
You'd lick her armpits.
Yeah, especially her armpits.
You already know what your fucking profile, your fucking background images. Cursed images.
What are we talking about?
Shade wanting to lick armpits.
Hell yeah,
Why are you
brother.
just
Oh.
exposing this man?
Hell
like
yeah,
this?
Because he
brother.
exposed himself.
He exposed himself. He
I
did
mean-
Oh
though.
my god.
I'm in.
Oh
I'm
my
in.
god, don't go near the waterfall.
Is this me? Why do you only get ramen? I want ramen.
There's a lot of ramen in the ground, Mashi.
No, I mean Mira only gets ramen. What about Zoe and Rumi?
Because my ramen's the best ramen.
Okay, Pumpkin, press 7.
Oh.
Gain slap for a minor duration when you restore shit. What the fuck is slap?
It's
Slap
like
is you
that
get to
orange
sprint, but-
orange juice.
Yeah. You sprint with no change in your stamina.
Right after a show. Oh. Oh, so she's nice and sweaty.
That's so fucking. I'm gonna.
Good.
That's a bannable offense.
Cox has
That's a
said
good
way
one.
worse shit.
Abandon! I have put this man in timeout 3 times.
3
And I haven't moved him
Cox!
twice.
Yeah.
And
'Cause
wait,
10 minutes was a little bit too long, but it needed to happen.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I'm just gonna start dancing and
Can
blowing,
ban
blowing
me,
zombies up.
Pumpkin.
That's my entire plan.
no. Pumpkin would not ban you. Oh, you
I'm
can't ban me
mod.
on your mod. Oh. Well,
I'll
she can
fucking
unmod you and then
provoke
ban you.
I'll put you right
Yes.
back to VIP, buddy. Ooh, I'm on fire.
I'm running like
does
crazy.
Oh, I forgot to buy
does
my
the cat mask?
sword.
What does the cat mask cost?
It's a teleporter. Hello.
Oh, I
What do you-
can't
what do
afford.
I
Yes, I
want?
can.
I don't know what you would want
Who do I
that.
want?
I love the fact I can just emote and kill them. It's so funny.
Oh, it makes me really.
I got my tank filled, you guys.
Take this out, take this out.
Get health after every enemy slain.
That's awesome.
Finally. I'm like, there has to be something.
I'm so proud you figured it out. You
I'm
got
doing-
really far without dying and not having perks.
Yeah, I just didn't know what was happening.
Oh, thank you for waiting for me.
You had... Oh, Joker, I'm sorry.
I thought you were here.
Here, Joker, here, Joker, here.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Joker, shut up.
Shut up.
Take it. Okay.
Other explosions in a emote.
That's awesome. I'm gonna stay away from you.
No, it doesn't hurt you. It only hurts them.
Your dancing skills hurt me.
Oh, it's a TP thing. Okay.
Why are you out in the zone, big girl?
Oh, that's not me.
Yeah, I know. This is my fire plan.
Where the fuck is Rumi? Why haven't we
Huh?
gotten Rumi yet?
Good night.
There she is. Let's going to
Oh, you got her?
Pumpkin.
Oh. No! You have to grab her. You have to grab her. I can only have one.
Okay, got it. You got her.
Okay.
If you guys run across the hunting rifle that explodes, please let me know.
Think about it.
I want the shotgun that does area damage.
Alright, I'm gonna stand up here.
This is
Wait, I
crazy.
wanna
I have
upgrade my-
health. Run, crouch, and sprint speed are moderately increased. After sprinting, your next damage will crit.
Yeah,
Yes.
I just do AoE damage up here.
You down just like Buddy Holly.
Oh god.
Oh, look, it's him.
Alright, I'm gonna emote, keep him here.
That was fast.
Get fucking wrecked, you dumb piece of shit.
You don't like the goo gun? Take the shit gun.
Oh my god, I can survive the stink now.
So you're
Come
part
on,
of this
twin,
thing
let's
now?
fight these bitches. Come on, twin, let's fucking go!
This is so stupid.
I'm staying by Zilla. I just finished off what you can.
It's so dumb.
So the shotgun revolver is not nerfed in this game mode. Like killing everything.
Yeah. Once we hit round 3, it doesn't one-shot anymore. But it's still really good.
They killed Zoe.
No,
You have to
bastards.
protect her,
Zoe.
duh.
I'm emoting.
Stop emoting.
This is how I do my damage.
You touch my girl.
I can one-shot these guys. I just can't. Oh, and they get knocked back too, which is even funnier. Stinky man.
Stinky man.
Okay, the goo gun is not that great.
have shields. If
I
anyone
told
needs
you
shields, come to
I
me.
wasn't a fan of it.
Why
You
would you
should
fan
have
it?
told me louder, Mashy.
I'm sorry.
If you need shields, come to me. Joker.
Honestly,
Joker, come to me,
No.
Joker.
a mass amount of
No,
monster
Rim
parts
healing.
reduce your current health to 1 and destroy.
I need the explosive rifle.
Gain a massive amount of monster parts. Reduce your current health to 1 and destroy this? I don't like these. Oh, there we go. Your direct damage is a minor
Oh,
chance to
where's
instantly
the thing?
eliminate a boss enemy.
Mm-mm.
Your direct damage has a minor chance to instantly eliminate a non.
Fuck.
Okay, I guess. I don't know what I just grabbed. I feel like this might fuck me over. I'm not really sure.
Okay.
I don't have good stuff right now.
Ouch!
This dude dropped a chainsaw.
Oh, where?
Right here. By that.
Stickman.
Soul is in your chat, Pumpkin. Say hi to them.
Axel! How are you? Twin! Oh, thank you. So upset.
I gotta run around. I'm getting ammo back. Hi. Hi.
How you doing, Foxel? Anything new and exciting?
Man, this is a Wendy's.
Oh my god.
Oh,
The stink!
Yeah.
I
I
killed
only have the
myself.
thing where I gain fucking health whenever I hit them, not when I get kills.
Oh, that sucks.
I haven't got that one yet.
Oh yeah!
I kind of like this gun.
Which one?
Like,
It's like a pistol, but it's
Murder.
like a
Oh, is it the
Oh, yeah.
auto lock?
yeah.
It's pretty good. I'm dropping a shield thing down because I need it.
Oh, they
I
destroyed it.
destroyed it on accident.
Oh. Hi, it's me, Charlie. Did that guy just turn into dust?
I do not take poison damage.
I don't
Yes.
need this. I don't need this.
ooh, I want that.
Emoting
Oh, I
for a
can't
short
do
time.
it.
Oh, that's what you have.
Yeah.
Melee damage is greatly increased.
That's good.
You have minor crit
Hell
chance.
yeah!
Crits have after sprinting, your next damage will crit. Your next attack.
What the fuck kind of laugh was that?
I've never heard that one before. I've never heard that one before.
Yeah.
That one was
I'm
new.
very happy. I'm very
uh,
happy. Here, who wants this?
$14. Oh,
I'll take it.
$19 Fortnite
Take
card.
it.
Who
There's like
wants
1,000 there.
It? Who wants it?
Oh, it's this guy.
Oh, did we get a bot here? Where's the bot?
I don't think we get a body here.
Good thing I got this extra damage thing. We deal extra damage to the smart guy.
Oh, I got that too.
Yo! 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 Jesus Christ, malarkey.
Yeah, still with the
Ouch! 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 He doesn't like me.
It's just crazy because I'm fucking lighting his ass up.
Oh! Ouch! 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 Okay, okay, just kidding. Okay, I'm not immune. I'm not immune. I'm not immune. I'm not immune. Oh god, get away from me, 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 get away from me. Ouch!
Why do you only grab me, dog?
I just need ammo, please.
What kind?
Pistol or small rounds.
Pistol? There.
I'm getting fucking bombarded here.
You got it, Mashi?
Where?
It's marked on the ground.
I'm going, I'm going, I'm going. Ouch!
Oh god.
Fucking
Oh
there,
god.
I'm dead.
Oh god, 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 oh god.
No, I'm not.
Literally just trying to... Oh, thank god.
Ooh,
Yikes.
pumpkin.
Ooh, a sword.
Oh?
Huh?
Oh, that's really good. Here, I'll drop this. Ah!
Jesus.
Sorry,
Oh.
I thought it was a healing thing.
You guys know if you
What the
emote
flip?
on the
Why
thing,
didn't she stim? I want my money back.
gain
I
ICP
did.
while
I said
sliding.
hi.
I literally
Oh,
hate
dang.
the fucking icy feet. Reduce stamina cost, sprint faster, and jump higher. You just know how to fucking turn me on, don't you? Let's fucking go. Okay, what do
I need sniper ammo really bad.
Then go get it! Here. I have 50.
I'm emoting so I can heal.
Dumb bitch, come get this fucking...
Come bring it to me.
They should
No,
do Daft Punk
I'm
again.
5 feet
No,
from
it's.
Oh my god!
Why would they do? Why would they do
duh.
Daft Punk again? They're doing K-pop
Okay,
Demon
carry the rest.
Hunters.
You suck cock.
Do you have?
Oh, vitally increase. Oh, yeah, shield regen. Fuck it.
Oh god, let me out. Ooh.
Does the sword just never run out of energy?
No. It's awesome. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is awesome. Yes. Oh my god. Yes. Fucking
She's gonna come.
come here, bitch. I am. This is awesome.
I'm so
I do
glad you
so much
finally figured about
fucking-
the augmentation.
I'm very
God
glad
damn.
too.
Like, there's no fucking way. Well, since I figured out the augmentations, I've been able. I haven't used. Oh no, that's not true. During the.
I saw perfect blue because I'm a man. What? What are you talking about?
Am I moving too fast? I can't get the fucking things. Yeah, I am. That's so funny.
I like this more than the chainsaw.
I'm telling you, the sword is fucking awesome. Especially if you just go full fucking tank.
I haven't gotten lucky enough to get the gain health on kills. But I am immune to poison.
Yeah, the poison one is the reason why I was getting fucked.
Yeah, I haven't gotten the poison one yet.
That's pretty nice. But the health on kill is just good because it's basically just
I
life
do have
steal.
the shield regen.
Rumi, come here. Rumi, Rumi, please.
Rumi!
What? Not me.
Not you.
The other, okay.
Rumi, the purple hair.
Oh, sorry. You're right, I'm Mita.
Gain random materials. No. Headshot and weak point damage. Refund their ammo.
Holy shit.
You have a minor chance, increased chance. Crits restore health and shield, moderately increase your health.
Hey,
No, I want this.
If we can gather 1,000, we can get a precision airstrike. I have 490.
Here's 670.
6767.
6767.
Okay, I have the precision airstrike. I'm gonna save it for the next boss.
Sounds good. I don't
Daily
Bang
damage
your
greatly
foot.
increased. Give me that. Oh my god, I gotta piss. I gotta pee.
I gotta
You don't get
piss.
to.
There's all
Alright,
that
I'm
beer.
gonna emote and go piss. If y'all get fucked up, just stay near me.
Oh god. Oh my god, no, 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 come back. There's a boss. It's a mini boss. Oh, and it's healthy as fuck.
Oh, it's fine, it's fine. We got this. There's a gold guy on Zilla.
There you go. So what? Is Zilla moving?
Zilla has to pee.
No, he got
Ah, okay.
thing. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna protect him. As much as I can.
Protecting Rumi. Ruby, my beloved.
Oh, what's that? I gotta. What is this?
No, Rumi. Rumi.
Oh, I stopped emoting?
Yeah, because you were getting attacked by a mini boss.
There was a mini boss and a golden guy was bouncing on your head.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was protecting your ass the whole time.
Greenish.
Oh my god, the ice feet. I really hate the ice feet, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why anybody would like this.
Guess you can spam your jump attacks.
Cool. There's a Typhoon Blade here if anybody wants it.
Ooh, Typhoon Blade is really nice.
Yeah, but I got my big sword. Who the fuck's growling at me?
Hey.
Smells and heavy ammo is about. Yep. I'm gonna grab that because I do be using that sometimes. Take a sleep, baby, I know it's that me espresso. Oh. Wasn't done yet.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Oh shit, my headset. Oh, why did I unplug my headset? God damn it. You guys saying 6'7" feels like the same as someone's mom saying it. 6'7",
My
6'7".
6'7", 6'7". I need to find heals.
What do you mean? Gain a moderate shield regain.
No, where did my gun go?
Oh no, Mashy,
No,
what was it?
my gun!
What was
gun?
it?
No, it was that. No.
The
You're
black
not
one,
giving me
like-
any information.
I don't know. It's
You're
like a
just
pistol
whining.
thing. It's like a
It's just like a
hyper
pistol
burst.
that
Oh, I
kills,
got
like,
it. I
an-
got it. I got
Okay.
it. The hyper burst pistol.
Let's say, no, is the pistol actually good in this game mode?
I
Yeah,
like the pistol.
I
It
like
is,
it.
it is good, it is good.
I'm very much against pistols.
The hyper burst pistol is really good. Plus I have like a lot of ammo regain.
Oh, okay. I guess I should deal with mobs.
I'm abusing the same thing because everything I kill gives me ammo and also heals me.
Yeah. Oh, you got the heal one too. I didn't get that one.
Dude, my shield regen is fucking nuts. If you have a boss coming up.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Okay, I just gotta not take damage from explosion people and my build should be done.
What is this? Oh, it's crazy. That's what it is. Whoa.
Bam.
I know, we'll use the power of friendship.
This gun I found on the ground.
Yeah, the explosion guys are the only things that really fuck me up.
A golden?
Yep.
Oh god, you're hurting me a lot. We need to kill the little guys. Ugh. Ooh, they're getting strong. What
I'll
the
focus
fuck?
the poison guys.
Oh, biscuits. Yeah.
Critical refund. You have a minor increased crit chance. Crits have a moderate chance to grant ammo.
That's what I have. That's what I have.
No, I need reduced damage. Greatly increased max shields. I'll grab that.
Excalibur rifle? It's uncommon, it's not that fancy.
I have,
Do you have like 400? Never mind.
Here's 1,100.
I don't.
I was gonna say, I have about 1,000 myself.
Get this one. The one too.
What's in here? Titan blade. Oh, Excalibur's rifles are really good. I don't know how it is for this game mode, but in general, it's really good. Alright, we have a boss coming up.
Headshot. Oh no.
I'm nuking the area.
Can somebody give me that money back? I need to re-roll my shit. Oh no, can I un-7? Oh shit! I need money.
Nuke inbound!
Oh, yep, I see what's happening.
Pumpkin, come with me.
I died to my nuke.
Why?
I have money.
Serious?
I was nuking the area so we could kill the boss faster.
That's grand.
Shit.
Yo! I'm gonna focus the monsters, I guess.
Yep.
The little guys.
Oh, fuck
I'm
you.
gonna...
Blow that bitch up, Mashy!
I'm trying, but I'm trying to reload.
Oh, so with that one, if you aim, wherever you're aiming, the missile will follow.
Ouch! Oh my god. He sucks. Oh my god. Please.
Oh my god. Why
Just
wouldn't
to
it let
clear the
me?
area a little bit.
I should have saved my orbital strike. I thought it was gonna do more damage to him.
opened up my eyes, I saw the sign. I feel happy now.
Even without you.
Left you all alone.
I saw the sign.
No, 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 no.
Without understanding,
I never thought I was thinking about Pitch Perfect.
saw the sign.
That song reminds me of Full House. Isn't that the song where she throws up in Pitch Perfect?
Yeah. That's the only reason why I remember it. Pumpkin, just keep killing and you'll be fine.
I know, but the bombs will just fucking fuck me up.
Yeah, I haven't found any to deal with the explosions yet. Come on, y'all got them half. Y'all got it.
If we only had a nuke or a guy
I'm
with a nuke.
sorry, I used it too soon.
Uh-oh, get off. This sucks, this sucks, this sucks, this
It
sucks.
would have killed me regardless.
Yo, Jesus. Oh my god! No fucking way! Oh, I'm
not
fucked.
taking damage from the zone mashing?
I have a lot of.
I'm
I
dead, I'm so dead,
sprint
I'm
and
so
I
dead.
heal.
That's
I died.
insane.
I wish I had that. Actually, it's just you, by the way.
Keep sprinting, you got it. You'll never die to zone.
You'll never die. That sucks. What the fuck? You're taking so much damage, it just doesn't matter.
It's just tanking it.
Yeah,
Oh
if
my
you just keep
God.
going forever, it's fine, you'll just outlive him.
You're even regenerating shield mashy. Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking nuts. I'm gonna need
Yeah,
to know
my
this
build is
ASAP.
pretty good.
I'm gonna need to know what the fuck you're running now.
I'm built.
Maybe you
A
should
lot
get
of
something
sprint.
other than a pistol, though, because...
Okay, Storm Sickness is sitting in. I don't know if she'll be able to out heal. She's out healing Storm. No, she's not.
Oh.
She got one shot. Holy fuck.
Damn.
Jesus. They're like, you are too strong.
Damn
New
it.
personal best.
If I had a better gun, I would have got
Okay,
that.
I fucking carried my weight that game.
Yeah, you finally did something.
Wow.
Fucking carried
Yeah,
my
once
weight.
you figured out the perks.
It only took you 3 games to figure it out, but you got
know
it.
what 7 meant. I looked at it and I'm like, I wonder what that is. Looks like a bomb. I don't care.
Alright, I gotta grab. Ooh, I got a banner icon. That's a
My
good
thing
chat.
is like your new personal score was awesome.
Oh, I'm almost rank 10.
Oh my
I got
God.
the fucking green Power Ranger. Let's go.
What? I thought I had. Oh.
Oh, that's so cute. I got a little
Ooh,
panda
a lobotomy
glider.
kit.
A lobotomy.
There's a lobotomy kit, Zilla, in the
What?
OG pass.
What are you saying to me?
There's a lobotomy kit in the OG pass on page 2.
I think I'm past page 2. Lobotomy. Oh, yeah, I just got it.
Wait, page 2?
I gotta show you
that's
guys
cute as
the
fuck.
video. I found a video on
pass?
TikTok of this guy
OG.
giving himself a
OG.
lobotomy.
No, God, not that, please.
It's just as bad. as
Meshy,
it
you're
sounds.
not gonna like it. Don't watch it.
It's
Don't
very
watch.
bad.
Don't watch what?
Don't watch what he shows you. You're not gonna like it. It's very bad. It's fucked up. You're gonna feel very icky at the end of it.
I found a video of a guy who had a mask that gave himself a lobotomy, and he did it to
Ooh.
himself. It's very bad.
Oh my god.
I want to watch it.
I'll have to find it again.
I'm sure
let me,
Peas would love that.
Let me get a drink.
It's very uncomfy to watch. bullshit. Just fucking claim it. I could give zero shits about it.
You can take me home. H-O-T-T-O-G-O. You can take me out to go.
The only spray, or whatever the fuck this is, emote spray thing that I have equipped is a tongue licking a battery, because I just thought that was so funny.
Oh, I should pee.
Yeah,
should go
piddle
pee.
time. We should go pee. Oh, that's interesting. the Death Eaters roaming around, and you could like go up to them and they would teach you how to do dark magic, and it was really cool. So I think, did we buy the... Alex and I got matching ones. Actually, no, we didn't get matching ones. We got ones that were custom to us. And we were gonna put them on the wall. Like crossed and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know where they are. They're probably in storage.
Nash, can you tell who I am?
What the?
What?
What the?
I don't know.
I made a whole thing that's just... It's supposed to be Curly from...
Oh, it is
Not
Girl. I was
watching.
gonna say Curly, but I was like, he's not in Fortnite.
Yeah, he's got the spaceship as a glider, and then the knife, and
Mm.
a gun on his backpack.
We got chips and salsa.
Yeah.
Different
Chips and
salsa.
The salsa.
Warm butterbeer is disgusting, by the way.
I could imagine.
His shit was nasty. Look at who wants a lobotomy.
Oh, I want a lobotomy.
You got the lobotomy one? Yeah, I didn't equip
Lo-
it because
So
I
fucking
have the
funny.
knife, and then the backpack has a gun on it. So, I'm Curly.
Do I have to do the emote every time I do something because I want to keep the AD-aiding?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, brother. You're asking the wrong person.
You might have to,
Well,
once you
I-
land, do the emote.
I showed up and I made it to...
Yo, what the fuck is this? Oh, I landed on 2 ramens. Sick.
Oh, I got good gun.
Oh, they got a bit.
Oh, fuck. I hate all... Okay. I don't know what this does. What did I just get? Oh, shit, fam. Let's fucking go.
Oh,
Ramen incoming. Go on it.
Yum, 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 I need it. I took the... hurt my body for goods.
What?
I got the sword. I only sold my soul for it.
Please, for the love of God, give me a decent gun.
No.
Dun, 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 dun.
I want this something.
Do you want this?
Oh,
Zilla?
I heal whenever I heal.
Do you want this? Surge
What is
Fire SMG?
Nope, I have one.
No? Okay, suck it. Suffer.
That's damage and enemy after sprinting. I'll do this one.
Need healing. Oh, right, I can go emote on the fucking thing.
Car?
Protect me while I emote. Damage enemies with
Oh,
vehicle.
you took the one sword that was in here.
I want to damage enemies with vehicle.
But, can we drive? I didn't see any vehicles.
There's no vehicle.
Oh, you have to buy it.
What the
I've
fuck?
got a
I hear a
vehicle
car.
right here, baby.
What the fuck?
This is a bad decision. Where's the enemies?
You love bad decisions.
Where the enemies at? Where the enemies at?
Let me in, let me in. Yeah. I don't really know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
There's another car over here, guys. How do I back up? Oh, okay, like that. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Kill this man.
Killed them. That? No, not that.
Okay, I need to keep farming materials because I heal whenever I heal something.
Gain moderate shield regen. Let's go. That just naturally happens.
I didn't get 40 enemies. So.
Oh, does someone have 300?
Thank you.
Here you go.
Cool, I got the kinetic blade.
Headshots, I see. Can I have back? I will need to do my thingy, and I don't like these options. Yes. Fuck yeah, let's fucking go. I got this feeling, yeah, you.
Why did I get launched that way? What the fuck?
Num 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 num. Whoop-a-chicka-bah. Hell yeah, let's fucking go, brother. Tee tee tee, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Well, if you need materials, Jerkers, let me know. I'll drop you mine.
I heal a lot. I don't think I need that many materials. I already have almost full inventory.
Yeah, send me know.
I wish they had like
What
an
I
ability
need
that
is-
lets you like regain shields if you stood in the fart.
You stood in the fart.
If you stood in the fart cloud.
That's such a fart kink
Ah!
ability.
A fart kink ability.
You got fart kink ability. Regain sanity when standing in fart.
Jesus. I ranked
Real
up. I'm level 9
Jesus.
now.
Level 9?
Yeah, Hunter ranked.
Oh, like-
Sorry.
Like the Nikkei
That's
band
it?
they have.
I just,
Yeah, I'm level 10 too.
I don't know. You did get more points than me last round.
Yeah, I was fucking popping off. But you guys had like 3 games ahead of me. What the fuck?
See,
Let me level up. Direct damage is a minor chance to instantly get Rumi, get Rumi, get Rumi, get Rumi.
Bro, my fucking shit sucks.
Here's your favorite. My shit sucks too.
Favorite?
mine too.
Shade's favorite, Rumi.
Oh, I thought.
No,
Oh,
it's
I
Zoe.
thought.
Oh,
Yeah,
Zoe's your
Zoe.
favorite?
Zoe's
oh, I
his
thought it was Rumi
favorite.
for some reason. He likes all of them, okay?
Yeah, true. Does any does
Oh, I should upgrade
anybody-
my guns.
What's
I
up? Ooh.
Can I get some money? If you have it.
Oh, we got 4.
They,
Thank you.
I've been using all the reroll.
I got a business turret.
I also have a business turret.
Hello, yeah, let's go.
Hello, yeah.
Hello, yeah.
What's that? Blue gun.
Oh, oh, hello, boss. Hello, boss. You bitch. How dare you run from me?
mine.
How dare you run from me?
I need shot.
I'm not immune to the stink cloud yet. Get me out.
Need shotgun shells.
Shotgun shells? I got you. Joker.
Yep. I was killing something. Oh, somebody got a pumpkin.
It was me. Wait, what?
Okay, I'm full, thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my god, yes.
Oh!
Okay, so that wasn't supposed to happen. In the first game we played, my shit froze for no particular reason when I touched their shield. That's why I died.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Who are you talking about? I'm talking about you, Shade. I thought Rumi was your favorite, but apparently it's Zoe.
Oh my god, take the multiplier bonus! Can I pick that up?
I need a pistol ammo if you have any.
I have pistol ammo.
Zoe, please don't die.
I have a lot of those, and I don't really use the pistol that
Ooh.
much.
Anyone want a sword, mythic sword?
I don't know what love is. Chainsaw.
Big machine.
Whoa.
Where's the mythic sword? There it is.
Y'all,
Like
who's
boy.
ready? Who's the next bitch that wants to fucking backsass me?
Stop emoting.
God damn it.
That's a poop.
Stop.
Stop.
Did you
Stop.
notice that they
Get
just
up.
warped the
Get up.
texture on this thing?
Hmm?
They just warped the texture on that thing. It's not even well done. In the dancing platform, on the dance floor,
Ooh.
they
what
just
does it do?
warped the.
What?
We've used that before, Pumpkin.
I've never seen this in my life.
It was during the Greek god.
I
Yeah.
didn't
Season.
play that.
Yeah, you did.
No, I
you
We
did.
did.
played it together.
I
What
did
you got?
not.
We literally
No.
played it
Yeah,
together.
Yeah, you just played. Yeah, you just
No,
played
I
it.
played it when
Yes,
it was
you
all
did.
in ruins.
No, Pumpkin, I played that with you.
No.
Yes.
You literally told
It
me
had
you
like
did.
the. It
I
had
did
like
not.
the.
I did not play it with
The ship.
I played it with
It had like
afterwards.
the thing where you can like destroy buildings. I
What?
swear we played it
The
together.
nitro.
Yeah, the nitro. Or maybe that was the Mad Max that had the.
The Nitro was with Mad Max, but there was a steel Greek thing around, I
It
think.
had the Greek thing, but it was all like in ruins.
Yeah, that was the same
Yeah,
season.
because it's the
Oh.
it's the same thing. Because it was.
I don't
80s thing.
recognize this. I never got to play with it.
Oh, sorry, we pooped on ya. Oh, wait. Was that my bot? Where's my
Oh
bot?
my god,
at?
I can be Thresh.
Where's Rumi?
Joker, I'm Thresh.
She's a
Rumi.
balloon.
No,
Oh
she's
yeah,
right here.
she's
right
coming.
here. Yeah, she's just slow.
She can die on the sun, so being
Come
her
on,
to come
Rumi.
with. You can
That's
ping,
really funny.
Ping?
yeah, but
I can't do my
hold it.
fucking jump attack anymore.
I think
I
you can
really
order
like
her to do
this.
things.
Do not take poison damage, baby! Let's fucking go!
Gain random materials, building. Restore. No, fucking.
Oh, fuck, my damage is
Damage
massively
in range
increased,
from
but
being
my
massively
max health
reduced,
is
massively
greatly
increased. That's
reduced.
weird.
Fuck it.
Crits restore health.
I'm still over 100. That's all that matters.
Anyone got money to spare?
I got 360. What do you need?
Oh, I forgot to upgrade last time.
Fuck,
Nah,
they
never
bought
mind.
something.
Your max
I'm
health
good.
is greatly reduced.
Okay.
I don't really want to do that.
Do you not work tomorrow? I do. This is my last round.
What?
I also work tomorrow.
What?
We should be done by the time I have to go
This
to bed.
sucks. They're not giving me what I want. I guess so.
Why can't I swing my sword?
I have a bubble if anyone wants to get in it. Oh,
I physically cannot swing my sword. What is going on?
I'm getting rid of the stinky ones. Okay.
My shit's bugged.
Oh my gravy gods.
I got a fort here.
No, fucking A! Oh my god, that's so
Rumi, she just stood there. Oh my god.
I don't have the
How the fuck do I get in here?
Fuck off, Jesus.
No, my fort. Why can't I swing my sword?
This is really funny.
Can you swing your sword, sword? I can swing my sword, sword.
That's so funny.
Can you drop your sword and then can I have these pump and dump?
Oh.
I can swing this one. I just can't swing this one anymore. Here, if someone wants it, y'all can have it. I can't use it anymore.
Well, I guess I can use it because I have the...
They are not giving me the fucking thing I want. That's making me incredibly upset.
Ooh, gain minor stacking melee damage increase with each hit.
I've been going to bed late, Shade, like 12.
Oh, if you need minis, there you go.
You see me on TikTok. Yeah, I'd be scrolling on TikTok till like midnight.
That is very true.
I sent Pumpkin TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
I sent you 2 very gay ones, but I don't think you watched them.
Did you watch My Gay British Man?
I don't remember. Did you send it today?
He's so funny. I've sent a couple of them. Also, the guy who like grabs things from his friend, like
I love this combination.
launches the things and the guy catches it in his mouth. I think it's so funny. Are we just all going melee? Beautiful.
Well, now that I have the anti-poison thing, it's kind of nice to be melee.
So funny.
God, I can jump so high with this sword. It's so funny.
Ow. That's so funny. I'm literally fresh. I love that. Get over here. Get over here, bitch. Oh, I think it wants me.
Oh,
Oh god,
those
please run,
explode.
please run, please run.
Golden one.
Oh my god, I can jump so high.
Oh god, please.
So do you like jump and slam down a lot, or do you just?
Oh, with her, yeah, and then you can also get a perk where you can, like, when you land, you do extra damage too with the...
Look at this pumpkin. Look at this. Shotgun.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, the pump and dump? The pump and dump's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, increased damage on the nearby. Oh, you guys want to see how high I can jump?
Look what I can do. Nice.
Fly away.
Did it
Oh,
not?
precision
Good
airstrike.
job. That's what they called me in college, the pump and dump.
Damn. I'm sorry, Shade.
That's wild.
I do not take explosive damage.
You don't?
Deal moderately increased damage when your health is full.
Explosive damage is really good.
I'll get that one, I guess. Sure, regain is
Especially if
good.
you're a melee build, not taking explosive damage and not taking poison damage, you're golden. You just fucking swing through them.
Did they say golden? Nice, you were golden.
We're fucking golden! The Han Moon! Our duty has been fulfilled.
I'm fucking sliding.
Leave me alone, Stinky Man!
I'll let you get that.
Look at this.
What the heck? Why didn't you want that?
There's nothing in it I wanted.
Oh. Money. I love
Should've carried that
money. Now, if only I wasn't affected by the frozen dudes.
Yeah, the fucking ice thing pisses me off. Fucks me up real bad. Oh, that's so
Legit,
funny.
please. Oh my god.
What do you want? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for medkits so I can carry them. Where I'm not immune
Yeah, I'm
to
finding 10.
explosion or
Huzzah! You're finally 10 years old.
I am destroying all the blocks so we can.
Can someone help me with
ice
this?
floated.
What?
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
I didn't see the dude was an explosion guy. I turned around and I was already doing like 400 damage per swing, and just one shot him and I exploded.
Yes, this is what I want.
There's more chests over there.
There's so many chests.
Oh, take this. Secret heal, med hit. I'll take that. Gold pistol.
Do you like those? Ramen. Ah! This is good.
Med hits. Pulling a I'm in the air, I can feel freely. Popular just Babylon, popular just to be Babylon.
Sometimes I forget I just can't fucking heal myself.
Yeah.
Golden one.
Dumb bitch.
Oh shit. Let's get him a little. Oh, I got him. We got him.
Hell yeah. Oh, golden shotgun.
Golden shotgun.
Oh, poison.
Ouch. Oh, healing. I can't see shit though.
That's it. Does it all heal poison?
I'm healing. I'm healing. Don't pay attention to me. I'm just healing over here.
Living in your mind now. Today, cause you're mine now.
Oh, nice.
I will make you brave
Or-
when you're all a part of me. That's better than soda pop.
Dude. Oh, they imagine if they added the soda pop emote.
Oh, they should have. That
they
would be.
should have the little shoulder.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, the
Oh
little
my
shoulder
God.
thing.
What the
That's
fuck?
they missed out big time with that.
Dude. Oh, I'm so upset.
Big time.
My little soda pop. That's so Fortnite too.
Yeah, it is. Maybe they couldn't get the animation right.
How?
Most of
the
the-
animation's in the movie. They could have just fucking duplicated
Oh,
it.
true.
Maybe they just weren't able to license that song for the collab.
Well, but they got everything else. They got the characters.
Yeah, but maybe they wouldn't let them use the song.
That's really dumb of them. Oh.
Oh, I don't take damage from explosive damage. Let's go.
Nice. Let's go.
So you consume most parts of the health and damage. Oh. That's cool.
We do have a boss to fight here, though.
Sure, I guess.
I don't want any of that.
Oh, fuck it. I'll take a pumpkin launcher just because I have a free space.
Is this the banana man?
Banana man, do you see banana man?
Look at me. Whee!
Hopping over. Okay.
Everything got me, you motherfucker.
Oh, I still 1,000 damage to him.
That's crazy. No, of course.
Oh my god, he keeps ducking my fucking rockets.
Damn. Oh god! Get off me! Oof.
Everything is gnarly.
Oh, I'm out of ammo apparently. Let me run down and grab some.
Oh shit.
Oh, Joker!
Just jump. Come on, it's not that hard. It's not that hard.
You placed it right in front of me as I was running.
It was
into
already
it.
there. I was building in another place.
God, this guy has so much fucking health.
Yeah, I'm hitting for 1,000 almost every shot.
Are you fucking you?
1,500 every shot is insane.
Oh, fuck! You are on me, bitches. Get off of me!
I need rockets! I need more rockets!
I need
Rocket.
Okay, I need to heal. A lot.
rockets on the ground.
Oh my god. I
Use my
need...
shotgun now.
Oh my god, they're fucking everywhere. Get off of me, you stupid banana bitch!
Oh, get this
fuck.
fucking... I got the icy feet!
Get off. Level up.
That went right through his fucking head. That also went right through his fucking head!
Oh! The ice feet, please, I'm begging you. Get off of me. Oh my god, get off me! Get off! Oh my god! No! Oh, I'm so fucked. I'm so fucked. Oh my god, please. I'm dead. They fucking launched me in the fucking Timbuktu. I did not get the build I wanted that round.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh,
I'm dead.
Meshy.
I'm dead.
Okay, Zilla, you got this. It's all about you.
Oh.
Oh. Well.
We were so close! I'm so sad.
Rockets.
The stupid ice shit is dumb as fuck. It makes, oh my god, it makes it impossible to do anything.
Is he the last boss or is there more after him?
Probably
There's
more.
yeah.
I have no idea how one of my people got like 1 million.
Huh?
A score of 1 million.
Oh.
One of the people on my friends list.
Oh, they cheated.
It could also be from past seasons. Sorry. Fuck. Sorry I'm human and I release gas.
Oh, that's not, I was
God.
not referring to you burping. The funny thing was, I was referring to you, but not about your burping.
What about me?
I was going through my career, and I'm like, oh, what's all this? And then I see ranked, and I was like, disgusting. And you're the only one in my friends list that has a rank.
Oh, it's because I did rank reload with a friend.
Yeah.
And I'm silver too. Sorry.
Disgusting.
Sorry they wanted to do fucking ranked reload and I didn't say no, just played with them.
Okay, I gotta go potty.
You know
I
what,
gotta
you're
go
fucking-
for the night.
Mashy's
Mwah.
Good
gotta
night,
go.
Mashi. I love you.
I love you. Bye
Good
bye.
night.
Good night.
Bye bye.
Okay, everybody. Okay. I shall sleep. Good night. I'm I want to raid someone, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just end. Good night.